Hi, welcome to the channel, and thank you for everybody that's been subscribing this last couple of weeks. I think we've had another 30 subscribers come on board. Now I'm hoping you're liking the channel. There's a lot of ums on this video, I'm afraid. There we go again. Because there's lots of stuff I want to put on it. I've got a lot of plans for a couple of classic stuff, of course new stuff, and more used stuff as well, because a lot of people seem to like the used stuff, and I do like doing the used stuff, especially the older stuff. It's, you know, it's good, it's in good order, and yet, you know, it's about 7,000 quid. I've always sort of targeted that area because I always think that's the sort of price bracket I'd be looking at now if I was trying to, you know, if I was a newbie coming into caravanning and that was my budget. And at one time you could find a lot of cheaper vans. 15-20 years ago they were all over the place. Now things have got harder because a lot of the old vans were exported out to places like New Zealand, and that has slowed right the way down. So a lot of caravans that would have been on the used market are no longer on these shores. Now, a few things happening this year. Of course, it's Eldis's 60th anniversary. Will Eldis do anything about it? I doubt it. I did a thing for them for their 50th to put on their website. I did one for Compass and Buccaneer. And also, I did Swift's as well. And Swift, again, they're 60, of course. And again, a very prolific company. I know Peter Smith, who's the Sun's founder. We have some very good chats, and I'm due a visit over at Swift at some stage soon, so I may do a bit of video on that. I don't know, it might be just for more magazine stuff, but we shall see. Now, a lot of you like the used Abbey we did the other day. That was a real gem of a van. I couldn't find any damp in it whatsoever. Somebody suggested on the comments that it had been probably stored under cover, and I would probably go ahead with that one actually. I think it had been. But the son and father team and direct Caravans, as I said on the video, I don't know why I've never really got down there at all. Just one of those things. They've just gone off my radar for some reason. But do you know what? We had a really good afternoon, and chatted about the industry and things, and they were really sort of passionate by what they did. It wasn't a case of just selling caravans. So I'm going to go there again this year. I'm hoping to go and see another little caravan, a Silverline Nova. Now, a lot of you won't remember them, but Silverline Nova's had a bit of a, how can we put it, a bit of a following in the late 80s, very early 90s. And they were only sort of like 6'5" wide by about 10'6" long, little end kitchen, and they were really lightweight, but they weren't basic. They were really nicely kitted out. The trouble was they did tend to leak, and I actually went to the factory in 1987 at Full Sutton, just outside of York, and I went to the factory there, and I met the owner, Edwin Robinson, at the time, because the Robinsons started up Silverlines back in about 1963 in Hull, and then moved out to Full Sutton near York a few years later, and they did massive exports, and they did park homes, they did holiday caravans, and they did tourers, and they were still around, but they went on to making these little small micro caravans, which were called Silverline Novas, and they were brilliant little vans. But as I say, the trouble was they did tend to leak, so not a lot of them left around. Now, there's a lady called Fiona, I think it's Fiona, and she has actually got one. She's been looking after this van, and I'm hoping possibly next month, into April, towards the end of April, I'm going to go and see it. We're going to do a video on it, probably have a chat with her, and also show a little bit the history of Silverline Caravans, and basically do a video, a nice little video hopefully. So she's looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to doing that. Also, I'm going to visit Tommy again, Tommy who had the Cavalier. We're going to take that out, and we're going to have a look at that and have a bit more of a scout about. But we're also going to get back to the Sprite Musketeer that Andy's doing, and I've not heard from him for a while, so I presume he's been doing a bit of work on it, and I'm hoping for some more video snaps off him. But he's getting on with the job, and he's got quite a few big jobs on it. The chassis now, it was cracked, and he's re-welding, of course. But he's a very capable sort of guy. So although it won't be an easy job, he will be able to do it. Now, as I say, just talking about restorations, there are a lot of people. There's quite a few people out there. There's quite a few historic clubs in caravans, and some good ones. But there's also a lot of people. There's one or two people out there who do proclaim to be able to restore caravans, and they don't do it very well. Some of those people have been found out over the years, but they still seem to continue to go off down other avenues and really take other people in of what they can do, etc. And it's a bit frustrating, but anyway, that's how it is. And some people are taken in by them, but anyway, they soon find out that they're not quite what they're cracked up to be. Other thing is, as well, is I was down on the talking to Mark at the caravan place. Mark I've known for a few years now. I'm going to get down to Mark's place in Wolverhampton, hopefully in the next month again. April's going to be a busy month, and we're going to do some bits new stuff. We're going to have a chat. I think he's going to do a little interview on me for his channel on the caravan industry. So there's that to sort of be looking forward to as well. That's going to come. And also any news of any 2025 models, and also as I say, more general use stuff. Now at the moment I'm on 2 books, which I've told you, and I won't bore you with it all now, but you know, the story of the camper van, that is on the go, but that's about as far as I've got on the go with it. The front cover has not been chosen. It's now up for pre-order on Amazon or from Amberley Publishing. That's going to be due out, if not end of this year, certainly beginning of next. And the next one is the visual, which I'm just going through the PDF proofing now, is the visual history of the motorhome, which is a follow-up to the visual history of the caravan. So lots of images from the 20s, from my own personal archive stuff, that type of thing. Lots of sort of background on these companies, models, some of the ones you won't have ever seen if you're a motorhome enthusiast, because the motorhomes, they're not camper vans, they're motorhomes. And hopefully, as I say, you'll enjoy the book. And going on about books again, Caravan in the 1970s, that is out of stock at the publishers. I know it's in stock at Amazon at the moment, and Amberley will print some more up as and when they need to. So we'll get a few orders in, and then they'll start printing them back up again. But that's been a very good little selling book actually. And I want to do some more books for Amberley, maybe, I don't know. I've got some more ideas. But yeah, visual history of the motorhome, book number 17, out, if not the end of this year, but certainly next year. Which sounds a long way off, but it won't be. It'll soon here before we know it. And hopefully, as I say, it'll be okay. People like it. So, what else is there? Yes, there is a little interview I'm doing with a Norwegian guy who has got great acclaim actually in Norway. He's been doing a bit of a thing on history of camping, and he's visited the UK. He's been to Bewley. And various other places, but he came across me, and he's now wanting to do an interview with me. He's bought one of the books, which is the Motorhome storybook, which she's very pleased with, and I'm going to do a bit of an interview for a magazine that he writes for. He owns them. I can't remember which now in Norway. I think that's a Motorhome magazine. So yeah, that's going to be quite good fun. I'm hoping to do some more things with Luca again, the Italian guy who's so full of beans. He's just brilliant to talk to. He's so enthusiastic. He keeps saying I'm his teacher, but I don't know. I think yeah, it's nice and very flattering, but you know, come on, Luca. I'm not that good, surely. But anyway, I should have got out more as a kid. But at the end of it all, some exciting stuff to do, and I'm hoping to also probably at some stage do a video on washing your caravan. Now mine's generally never been done for 4 years. Now that has never ever happened in the history of Andrew Jenkinson owning a caravan. They were always cleaned at least once every 5 or 6 weeks, polished as well, not just washed, polished as well. And this will be a good video, I think, for people who are in the same situation, have not used the van for some reason or other for several years. You know, I've known people that haven't done, and they've had to lay them up. I've been lucky, it's undercover, but even so, it's got thick with dust, it'll need airing out, it will need a new leisure battery on it. I'm hoping I may get away with it with a granddaughter, actually, because I think it'd be good to do that. A van's getting quite old now, but it's been dry stored from new. It's got all the bits and pieces we need. I couldn't afford a new one anyway, unless a caravan manufacturer wants to loan me one out there. So yeah, we'll be keeping the Bailey, I think, for a long time, till I sort of leave this planet, as it were. So anyway, thought I'd give you this quick vlog and just an update. Second-hand market, used stuff for first-time buyers, family vans are quite sought after at the moment. New stuff is pretty on the level. Motorhome sales have gone up, but I think they've simmered off a bit now, as some people aren't getting the pension pots as they were, so it makes motorhome ownership that little less desirable. And again, it's a different lifestyle. I keep telling people this who have bought a caravan and then wanted a motorhome and vice versa, and some people, I know a few people who've got both, and that's great to be able to do. If I could afford it, I'd probably do the same thing, just use a motorhome for sort of going off somewhere and stopping the night and coming back home again. And I'd also like a holiday home as well, on a park that I liked, and I could just go up to as and when I wanted to, you know, and just dump down, no having to sort of pack anything really away. That'd be good, as well as a tourer. And so that's it, really. So that's it. Hopefully I'm going to come on with some more reviews soon. I need to get out and about. My next show actually is a photography show. I'm off down there, the NEC, next week. I'm into photography, can't even say the word. I'm into photography, and hopefully I see a few bits of things that I can't afford, but at least I can go and do a bit of window shopping. Going through it with a few photographing buddies of mine, who we like to try and get out with every now and again, but we're so busy doing various things, like working still in our late 60s, it's still sort of not easy to do. So anyway, I'm going to get back onto this book. I'm proofreading at the moment. I'm doing any alterations that they've missed and I've missed on the first run, so we will do this, go through it all, and then the idea is then to basically get it approved for publishing, and then it will go off to be printed, and then I can start putting the front cover on and start giving it some publicity. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog, and thank you very much for everybody who watches and all the comments from everybody that comes on. There's some real regular, Paul, Kevin, Trucker, there's a lot of people out there who come on constantly, and Julie, I think there's a lady. It's just nice to hear from you, and it's glad that you know what I'm sort of trying to do. I'm a bit niche on my YouTube channel. That's why, you know, I keep going about subscribers. We're building up, but we've only got, we've got 4,000 odd, 4,200. We're about 27,000 views off a million views since the channel started at the back end of 2018. So I was quite pleased with. I'll be very pleased about that. So so yeah, please like in, please keep subscribing, please share the videos, and again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.